One take, one shot. This is the SmackDown review where I do it immediately following SmackDown so you get my raw opinion on the subject. And this is the U.S. title. If you want to win it, you can. You don't got to challenge Carmelo Hayes on a random SmackDown. All you got to do is comment below, subscribe to the channel, and you can win this belt. It's not a toy. It hurts because it's pointy, if you can see that. Ouch, ouch. Mwah. I don't know why I did that. Sometimes these one-take-one shots happen, and I just say these weirdest, awkward things. You know what? No. Actually, I'm not afraid to show emotions because, like Kit Wilson, I'm not toxic. All right, so we'll talk to Kit in a minute. Let's talk Drew. Drew McIntyre had his rebuttal. Oh, did I say you got to subscribe to the channel, comment below to win the belt? That's what you got to do. Okay, so Drew McIntyre had his rebuttal to the burial on Monday Night Raw. A lot of people said, oh, they completely buried Drew McIntyre. I didn't think they did. Roman Reigns even said, why would Drew be the easy one when he's like 4 times your size? And CM Punk was like, yeah, well, I beat him in the most demonic structure there is. And Roman's like, yeah, so did I. But then CM Punk said, yeah, with you and your army of cousins. So they presented Drew McIntyre as a legit threat. To me, they weren't burying him at all, but a lot of people thought they were. So when Drew comes out, he's like, I don't care if you guys talk about me. Talk about me all you want. Doesn't bother me. But what does bother me is you talking bad about SmackDown, talking bad about this championship. I'll tell you what. This championship right here was held by Bruno Sammartino, The Rock, real men of industry. And if you want to win this title too, it's up for grabs as well. All you got to do is comment below. But yeah, so Drew really just brought it home that he didn't care what they had to say about him, but don't talk bad about his brand. Don't talk bad about that title. His title is the title, and that's how people should feel. You know what? I don't mind if Raw people put down SmackDown. I don't mind if SmackDown people put down Raw people, but they gotta have pride in the brand and the belt that they have. So it was brilliant. And he was even like, and SmackDown people, you need to step up. And Trick Willie did step up. As Drew's leaving, Trick William comes out. We'll talk more Trick later, but like right in this moment, he comes out and he says, you're worrying about the wrong people. You got to worry about me and my lemon pepper stippers. And Drew was like, I'll put those where the sun don't shine. He's like, but you know what, kid? You stepped up. I said, let's step up. You stepped up. And I loved it. I love that they put Trick right in the face of the world champion. Even if he's not going to fight him at WrestleMania, it's having Trick in that conversation. It's crazy that they are booking Trick Williams almost perfectly. The only little hiccup so far with Trick Williams is I feel like he should have had a better showing at the Royal Rumble. He should have been like Final Four or something. But even that's not like the end of the world. So yes, Drew's rebuttal was great. And what I actually liked also was there was a running theme throughout the show, and I love that. I love when somebody appears more than once. Drew McIntyre, when the show starts, he actually walks out, and Cody Rhodes attacks. Cody Rhodes attacks him, and he has to scamper away. And I don't mind him scampering away because he's a heel. Heels are allowed to scamper away. Someone brought it up in the Discord while we were watching. By the way, I still watch SmackDown with everybody in the Discord if you wanna join the Patreon. And but I was like, it's fine. He's up until Roman Reigns, all heels kind of scampered away when they were champions, even if they were getting attacked. And he was blindsided too, except for Roman Reigns. But Roman Reigns had an army of cousins backing him up. But then at the 9 o'clock hour, he comes out again, and this time Jacob Fatu attacks him. And so it was funny that Drew kept getting attacked, but Drew would not be deterred. And he finally came out and said what he had to say. So I thought that was cool. I liked that. I appreciated that. That was one of the better things that happened in this evening. And Trick Williams being booked was the other really good thing that happened. And Kit Wilson comes out and he is just hilarious. He was talking about how the Royal Rumble was just full of 30 guys that just don't know how to get in touch with their feelings, afraid of moisturizing, doing his hips. And the thing with the hips is he does the hips, right? And he's getting booed, but he did it for like an extra 5 seconds too long, which is perfect. And he's like, I'll challenge anybody from the Royal Rumble. And then who comes out? Obafemi. Obafemi comes out and murders Kit Wilson, and that was good. That was great. Kit Wilson is a comedic character. I hope he gets a ton of airtime, but also this was the proper use of someone like Kit Wilson. He was dominated by Obafemi, and Oba looked good, and because of all the stuff that Kit Wilson did beforehand, got a lot of heat and made people want to cheer Oba even more. So, like, that was great. I think Obafemi is going to be very hard to book in a year as a babyface. Like, oh my gosh, one of the biggest problems with a babyface is when there's no challenge, right? Like Rhea Ripley all the time. Like, she's just too overpowered. Obafemi is overpowered, and yet I love it. He's like breaking all the conventional rules for me right now, and I don't understand why. Sometimes there's just some people who are the exceptions to the rule, and right now Oba is. I'm just enjoying him murdering people and just being super dominant, but I wonder in a year will I have the same tune, because eventually I'm going to want to see him struggle, right? But like, who's gonna make a guy like Obafemi struggle? It's like, we gotta, but I don't even want him to turn heel right now, and I'm the guy that usually advocates for everyone to turn heel, except for Solo Sikoa. But like, yeah, well, I guess we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. I do like Oba right now, just mowing through everybody. Let's go back to the beginning where Cody Rhodes, he comes out, he attacks Drew, and then he gets on the microphone and he cuts a really good promo. The first part of it, when he was trying to like talk about CM Punk and Roman Reigns, it was a little like, it didn't land right away, but he had passion in his voice at least. And then when he started talking about himself, then it started to really go. Cody Rhodes is good when he's chasing the belt, when he's angry, when he's upset, when he doesn't ask the crowd necessarily from a comfortable place, what do you guys want to talk about? When he's mad, he's good. He's good. And Cody Rhodes did a great job here. This promo was really solid. If you're going to watch this, like, I don't think you need to watch the entire show, but I would watch the Drew McIntyre promo, the Cody Rhodes promo, the Kit Wilson / Obafemi segment, and Trick Williams as well. Everything that Trick did. We then go, Nick Aldis is like, oh, Cody, you better leave right now, and if you don't leave, you're going to be kicked out of your Elimination Chamber match. He's going to get into an Elimination Chamber match with him, Sad Sammy, we'll talk about him in a minute, and Jacob Fatu, which is surprising, because I figured Jacob and Cody, like, for Jacob to be in this, does that mean, nah, I just don't see Jacob and Cody actually getting into the Elimination Chamber together. That way Drew and Jacob can fight each other at Chamber still. That's what's going to happen. Cody's going to pin Sami Zayn next week, and then Jacob will probably get an actual matchup at the Chamber. But regardless, that's what's going to happen next week. And Nick Aldis said the same thing to Jacob Fatu, because Jacob will attack Drew McIntyre as well. And he says, man, you better leave, otherwise you're going to be kicked out of this matchup next week. So it's very interesting next week, a rare Cody Rhodes match on SmackDown, Jacob Fatu and Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn also has been feeling very sad. Boo-hoo. He was walking down the corridor, the hallways, and random people were like, cheer up, man, you got this, don't worry, cheer up. And then Ray Phoenix is like, man, you're like a hero to us. You're like the everyday guy. And then Trick Williams came up and like, oh, look at this, Mr. Can't Get the Job Done. You're Karl Malone and I'm MJ. Hilarious stuff right there. And then Ray Phoenix says something, and then Trick says something back, and, well, that's a match for next week. But, yeah, so Sami just looks very sad face Sami Zayn. Now, I'm going to throw this out there also. There are reports right now that Sami Zayn was really pushing for himself to win the world champion at the Royal Rumble. I don't want nobody faulting Sami Zayn for pushing for that. If I was in Sami Zayn's spot or any wrestler's spot, heck, Apollo Crews came back tonight. Apollo Crews should be pushing management for him to win the championship belt. I'm glad they didn't let Sami win the championship belt, but I fault nobody for asking management, hey, what do you think? Maybe I could do it? Like, I mean, that's just a no-brainer. Like, Sami Zayn would be stupid not to push for himself to beat Drew McIntyre at the Royal Rumble. This is behind the scenes stuff, by the way. But thankfully they didn't, and Drew stayed champion. champion. I'm very happy for that, too. That was the correct booking. But yeah, so Sammy's really sad right now. The first match of the night was Rhea and Io. They hugged a lot, spoiler alert, and they fought Julia and Kiana James. I gotta tell you something. Something has turned around since Julia has won this second U.S. title. I don't know. I'm starting to actually connect with her. I did not connect with her at all during her first title run, but I'm starting to. And since the Royal Rumble, I don't mind Kiana James as much either. So, yeah, I like these two together. I like them together, and this was a pretty good match. But you know, they're always gonna have good matches. There's not gonna be any bad matches. Banger after banger after banger that last about 10 to 15 minutes too long. We also had the Rhea and Io, they won. And later, Nia and Lash will get in their face and they'll have a matchup next week. We have, I don't know why they're doing such a prominent show next week. Next week actually has a lot of high profile matches. Then we have Carmelo Hayes and The Miz. This was weird. I don't understand why we did this match. Like, I get it why we did this match, but it also made no sense. The Miz and Mello, this was their first time meeting up. It wasn't even for the U.S. title. I get why it wasn't for the... Well, no, I don't get why it wasn't for the U.S. title. Because last week, yes, Miz did lose to Ilya Dragunov, but this is a U.S. Open Challenge, so shouldn't he just, like, if Miz answers the call, then he answers the call. Even if he went up to Nick Aldis and said, hey, can I get a match with Mello? Because at first Ilya Dragunov was going to go for it, but Miz stopped him. But yeah, it made no sense that this was a non-title match, and it honestly, it just made no sense that they were fighting here anyways. We should have saved this matchup, even though all of the U.S. Open challenges have been on TV. This could have been on a Saturday night's main event. This could have been an Elimination Chamber. Miz and Mello have a history. We're trying to build up Mello, and the Miz is a WrestleMania main eventer, even if we've had him lose many times throughout the last couple of years. Like this, they had a storyline. They should have finished it off somewhere on a bigger deal, but no. Their storyline finishes on a random SmackDown in a non-title defense. That's me scratching my head. But Carmelo won that. We have an Elimination Chamber match. Tiffany Stratton. It's a little hot in here right now, so if the camera shuts, I don't know, the camera shuts down. Tiffany Stratton, Chelsea Green, and Lash Legend. Honestly, I think all three of these women should be in the Elimination Chamber. They should not have been fighting each other. Lash should be in the Elimination Chamber as the Beast, just plowing through everybody, and the Rookie getting that main event rub. Chelsea Green could have been a Santino Marella type spoiler in this match where she makes it to the end and everybody's like, oh my God, are they going to do it? But then she gets defeated, but she's like that underdog that we all want to cheer. And then Tiffany Stratton, she's just coming back and a former champion. It's like all three of these women should have been in here. Chelsea Green was definitely the star of this matchup. She looked so good and amazing. And unfortunately, she lost, and so did Lash, but Chelsea took the pin. I don't know. I think it was Chelsea's time. If I had to pick between these three, honestly, I would have originally picked Lash walking into this one, but then I changed my mind mid-match and was like, put Chelsea in. Please put Chelsea in. But I do understand why they did put Tiffany Stratton, and I just hope this doesn't become a Elimination Chamber centered around Charlotte and Alexa Bliss breaking up. I think we're going to get... I think I was right in my prediction video where Jade Cargill's going to have to defend her title in the chamber because next week she's defending against Jordan Grace. So it's like, why wouldn't they just save that for the PLE? Anyways, Tiffany Stratton wins. We might as well talk about that match right there. So, Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez, they come out, they're talking. Liv is annoying in the best ways possible, saying how she could pick anyone. And then she's like, but we got an elephant in the room. And then Raquel's like, okay, let's talk about it. And they're going to address how Liv, like, you know... I don't know, Liv and Raquel right now going for the belt. You know, Liv eliminated Raquel, and then Liv tried to help Raquel win, but it failed, so Raquel doesn't have the title. They're going to address it, but then Jade Cargill comes out, and Jade gets in Liv's face, and then Liv laughs at her and say, you better watch out. I can go after Steph, or I can go after you. But then Jordynne Grace comes out, and then Nick Aldis comes out. Nick says, if you're going to be on my show, then we're going to have a match. Can Jordynne Grace and Jade Cargill get along? I don't know, but let's have a tag team match, playa. And so we do. This match, like, somehow, some way, made nobody look good. Like, you have the Royal Rumble winner, she loses her match. Raquel Rodriguez, coming off of a bunch of losses to Stephanie Fakir, she takes the pin. Jordynne Grace is eating moves left and right because everyone moves out of the way, and then Jordynne Grace eats those moves, so she's kind of looking like, I don't know, this bumbling baby face. Jade Cargill accidentally gets knocked out of the ring, and then Jordynne Grace will roll up Raquel. So it's just like, oh, okay. I don't know what we were doing here. I really don't know what we were doing here. But I guess that sets up Jade and Jordynne Grace. There was one funny spot, though. When Jade accidentally hit Jordynne Grace, Jade was like, what do you, get out of my way. You were in my way. I love this Jade Cargill character. I wish they just booked her stronger. Like, her character's on point, but her booking sucks. And her whole title reign sucks, but her character is on point. Was anything else happen? The Wyatts, Bo Dallas came on and he said a lot of stuff. Like, that's his best, like, blah, blah, blah. Solo, you don't understand what's going to happen. You're all going to be alone. However, I will say this. When Solo Sikoa comes out later, his whole MFTs, he can't find them. So it looks like they were all kidnapped. So that probably played a part into it. So kind of cool that we are keeping this storyline. At least there's something happening that's just not a pull-apart brawl every week. So I will grant them that. We will then have the Kit Wilson thing, the chant, Oba is going to kill you. That Oba is going to kill you chant is actually Joe is going to kill you from Samoa Joe. Remember Samoa Joe? If you don't, he's in AEW right now. But it's okay. It's okay. Johnny Gargano, people are going to be like hating on this because they're going to be like, look at Tommaso Ciampa, TNT champion in AEW, and Johnny Gargano is literally just like face down on like a crate, and he's sad and depressed, and Candice LeRae is like, come on, Fraxium, talk to him, and come on, Motor Submission, talk to him, and he's just laid down all sad. I kind of liked it though. I thought it was funny. I'm interested to see where it goes. Although now that I think about it, we already had sad Sammy, now we got sad Johnny Gargano. It's like I guess we don't need two sad characters. Now that I say it out loud, I don't know. Send one to Raw. Raw could use someone sad. Shinsuke Nakamura and Tama Tonga. This is based off the fact that these are two New Japan guys, so that was kind of interesting that we're having a feud based off of history from 10 years ago in another promotion. But okay, whatever. It was different. It was different, and hey, I hate to say the undercard, but the mid-card getting somewhat of a storyline. It's good. Let everybody get a storyline. Let everyone get a storyline. Apollo Crews, he appeared backstage. With Matt Cardona, and Kit Wilson said they were toxic. So we'll see there what's going on there. And I think that's pretty much it, other than the main event, which is Randy Orton versus Solo Sikoa versus Aleister Black, and Trick Williams is sitting on the outside. This is immediately following the Drew McIntyre promo from earlier, and it was a good match. No, not bad. You kind of knew that Randy was going to win this. Randy always wins the qualifying match, so he can then go lose the actual match. So it was a no-brainer that he was going to win. The MFTs never came out. I thought at one point we were going to have the lights go out right before a Samoan spike, but we didn't. It was an all right RKO because Solo was like sneaking up on him, but Randy just without looking RKO'd him, and that was fine. I don't really got nothing to report on it other than decent triple threat. Aleister Black, he was there, Solo was there, Randy was there, and I don't got anything on that really. Just decent enough. Maybe they could have had Trick Williams lay out Randy when it was all said and done, but that's the only real critique I got on it. So yeah, 7. I'll give it a 7. It's a Triple H SmackDown. This is good for a Triple H SmackDown. A good Triple H SmackDown is always going to be hover at around a 6 or a 7. But like I said, if this was like a Ruthless Aggression SmackDown, 4 or 5. 4 or 5. It would have just been too long. I would have been like, man, we could have done 3 PLEs in this the 3 hours. But yeah, anyways, what did you think? Let me know in the comments below. I appreciate every single one of you. We are on that road to WrestleMania. I am going to try. I'm just warning everybody. I'm going to Florida to help my mom out. She's getting that the Seth Rollins knee surgery from WrestleMania 40. She's about to get that. She's been curb stomping people. I don't know. Shut up, wrestlechop. But I'm going to try really hard to get some videos done tomorrow and have it all laid out. But just in case you don't see me one day, I'll be back on Wednesday, but I'm going to try really hard to get videos out every single day. So please help out and watch those videos all the way to the end. Hit that like button, subscribe, all that good stuff. See you, bye!